About the roof, the beddings. This is what is called the bedding, meaning the ground surface part for your pet house or for your poultry house, and also what we call the foot part or the foot bath. So for your roof, you have to ensure that the whole structure is very tall. You see, this is taller than the normal. This is taller than the normal building. The way this is being built is taller than the normal building, and you have to ensure this because there's going to be a kind of gas and ammonia kind of accumulation in the room. When these birds, when they poo, there's going to be gas accumulation. So you have to ensure that the roof is what is tall. And there are some structure. Maybe I will show you one. Once you have a structure, maybe if you are using your house and the length you can go, or it has already been built, and you have it that it usually used to be hot. You have to ensure that the roof, you put some kind of insulation. Either you use what we call pali, we call it carbon paper, or you use asbestos. Asbestos and other roofing material will be very costly, but you have to insulate if it is hot. This place is not hot. That's because firstly it's high, and secondly we are having trees that are also serving as a kind of barrier between direct sun and the roof, and they are also bringing in ventilation to the room. So this is for the roof. As for the beddings, you have to ensure that the inner part of the pen house is always dry, and you use sawdust, or you use wood chips. Some people usually even say sawdust is harmful to them, but from our own experience, as you can see, we are using sawdust. It's not harmful. This sawdust is not harmful, and the bird can easily differentiate between their food on the ground and the sawdust, so they don't eat it. And they have been using this sawdust since they are the 5. So from my own experience, sawdust is not harmful. So when you are doing your brooding, when we get to brooding, you are not going to start with them with sawdust. You are going to start with them with paper material, newspaper material. You buy newspaper material, you lay it down for them for like 1 to the 4th to the 5th day of their development. That's when you use it. After that, you return back to sawdust. So you have to ensure that every time, if you come around where we have their water feeder, you see that it's also dry. That's because whenever there is any splash of water around, we bring in new dust, we spread it around. This to prevent the development of pathogens and bacteria. If there are areas in your pen house that are wet, it can easily generate and bring about bacteria and pathogens into your pen house or into your poultry house. So you have to ensure that almost every time your pen house is dry clean, and it's not wet. It's not wet and it's dry clean. And if you have a lot of birds in the house and they are much, you can also even apply charcoal. Charcoal used to suppress the ammonia accumulation in the pen house, and used to ensure that the environment is not smelly. It's not smelly, and it's not smelly due to the accumulation of ammonia and their poo. Then the last subtopic we are going to talk about is what we call the food part. In this structure, we don't have the food part yet ready, but we are looking at in the future we are going to have the food part. What does the food part? What does it do? What is it meant for? It is meant for the fact that bacteria and diseases into the poultry house are usually carried through the leg, through the hands, and through the clothes. You can see that most times I used to wear this shirt. I used to wash it. I supposed to have a kind of coat. kind of work coat that I should always be using other than this. But because I don't have that yet, I make sure I have a particular clothes I'm using into the farm. So, and if I'm coming to the farm too, there should be like a footpath here with this with a kind of solution, liquid solution for disinfecting my shoe, or anybody that is coming to the farm for disinfecting their shoe. So when this is done, it will ensure that your beds are safe from diseases and pathogens and bacteria. People will not easily bring in. You can imagine some people that you will come to the farm. They are coming from abattoirs. Some are coming from where there are other bears. Some are coming from where they have carried other germs and bacteria. They just carry it in, and then your bears are going to be infected. And some infection can stay on the farm for as long as 1 year, 6 months, and your farm will be uninhabitable for poultry, and it's not going to be more productive again. So you have to ensure that food baths. You have to also ensure that there are hand sanitizers that you can use to clean that anybody that is coming will also sanitize the hand, because as I told you earlier, bacteria and diseases and germs are taken into the farm through the food, the hands, and the clothes. You also ensure you also wear a kind of farm clothes. When you do this, sometimes you might not even have the need to buy to fascinate your beds, because you have even put in place systems that ensure that the best environment is disease proof. So this is where we stop as regards the roofing, the beddings, and the footpath. See you in the next video. Thank you.